Alright, I think we have a bit of privacy right now, so we're just gonna use our voice for a little bit because we do not want this stream to be nothing but silence. There's a person who set up camp near here. He's probably gonna come back any minute now, which we may have to find a new spot from now on, which is not great, considering how few spots there are for us anymore. I'm gonna try to turn on PC face again. It has. We can do this at least. Let us just try and boot this up again. We already have a few fans, but we're not gonna support them. Yeah, we don't think the model's gonna be working tonight. One sec actually. We have a backup plan, we think. Yeah, close it. We have it. Oh, whoops. That's for our last setup. Excuse us for a moment while we go do some things. Alright, here we are. Turn this on. You on. Why are they both named the same thing? Why did we decide to do that? Can't be opening it all. So, alright. Here's our solution for now. Hello. Hello. Da, 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 da. How are you? Thank you to the Legend 2T for making this, as well as a lot of our thumbnails, including all the ones for Awful Hospital. Basically, anything that has cartoon illustrations on it, you can probably bet it was Legend. Good guy. Great friend of ours. One of our best. We have a bit of a lump in our throats because we've gone through a lot tonight. And we're not even sure we're going to get privacy again soon. Let's just hope we do keep this privacy streak going. In any case, we have a Fairy Oracle deck. It's an Oracle deck, which is like a tarot deck, but with original cards. And it's centered around fairies. We actually used to own a version of the same deck, but we got a new version of it. We already screwed up a card though, so we're going to try to get glue for it tomorrow. It's not a major error, but we're not risking anything for now. We're just gonna see what card we pull. Say it out loud, which is about expressing your true feelings and everything. We don't know, we just kind of feel downtrodden, we guess. We don't know, we go somewhere for a few days and all of a sudden, like, our main place of safety and privacy feels, well, at the very least, less private. Probably less safe, too. There's a roach on our things again. No. Focus, keep a cool head, keep a cool head. We can do this, we can do this. We found the multiverse and fought gods before. We can handle this. We can handle this. This is nothing to like that. Right? Right? It's just a minor inconvenience, really, in the long term. Still, you do feel like, you know, things are just changing around us because change is inevitable. More so than death. We would know we're immortal. Even if we could die, death is just another form of change. And we've been across the multiverse. We know there are many afterlives, many of which are promised essentially if we ever, by some anti-miracle, end up dead somehow. Good luck with that. The universe collapsing on us, and that was the first thing that happened to us. So, we're just glad we are able to stream in our current position. Stranded on a dimension we've wanted to run so far away from, and homeless. Again, have been for months now, probably a year at this point. So that's a lot. You know, we want to be. We just. We want to be. We want to be free, you know? Travel the multiverse again. Right? That isn't happening anytime soon. We are getting help, getting supplies, as well as the general housing needs and the like. I'm going to have to deal with some very unpleasant people in order to do it. Which was a few days of respite. We're still wondering if it was worth the price. Regardless. Hard, you know. Lots of bugs around, of course. Ay. At the very least, they don't bother us too much unless they go out and bite us. Or get into our stuff, like there's one right now. But we also don't want to move from our seat. I'll have the easiest access to water right now because we weren't able to stock up on it. Yeah. Are people still watching it? Yeah, there's a person. Hi. Probably still Opti. Hi, Opti. Heart. Sorry for venting. We don't know, rough night. Had a good start to it at least. you know, rough night. And we prefer the night generally. That makes this extra rough. Yeah. We should have taken as a sign. This morning we woke up and we don't know what we dreamt about, but we woke up thinking there was like a bloody dead person next to us. We're not sure what that meant or what even the dream was. That's what we woke up thinking. We were so tempted to call it a night, but we're glad we didn't, at the very least. There's at least a little bit of record of all the things that happened tonight. And hey, streaming is a skill we have to hone, so it's best to do it when we can. And just as well, the less often we stream, the less people are going to be able to view it due to the algorithm. You know? We have people that were subscribed to us, but after we took a long break, I don't know. We just don't know. Guess we still need a few days to adjust to the everything. At the very least, we have a good bit of privacy alone. And we're just shuffling the deck. Oracle cards. You think being a mad scientist who travels the multiverse would make you less spiritual? Truth science ends up being more of a counterculture than an actual field of study out there in the Greek white multiverse. It's just another form of magic. Outdated one at that. Which is utterly ridiculous because science is what this world is built upon. Every last bit of it. Well, not every last bit. In fact, not even the vast majority, but still a majority. Of course, there's magic everywhere. Ooh. And being a mad scientist, you are more than willing to use a bit of magic in your experiments. We'll tell you what. It's, yeah. It's odd, you know? The multiverse is so vast and infinite that things you thought you knew become irrelevant the moment you step foot into another world. Where up is down and left is right. And oh, what's a good celebrity this? We wanted this a celebrity so bad, but no. We can't think of one. Ah, what's a celebrity we can miss? Any celebrity. We'll take even a minor influencer. we want to we want a bad talk them by saying that they're actually good in another universe so bad, but we don't really have that much of a hatred towards anyone in particular. You don't think? Oh yeah, one where Nigel Straight Man isn't a sex pest weirdo who sexually assaulted people and forced a woman to eat his literal feces. We still can't believe that happened, and we're laughing because we don't want to cry. Again, sorry for venting. Just we just don't know what else to do, where else to go, what else to see, because we're stuck on this giant rock with a bunch of water on it. You know? It's just not everything can turn out perfectly, but we can try, and we will keep trying. We'll always keep trying. We will claw our way out of this ditch. If it's the last thing we do, and there's not gonna be a last thing we do, so we're going to crawl out of this ditch. But we digress. We digress. At the very least, this will be interesting for people in the future to watch. If we ever become, like, actually successful, they'll come back to this and go, huh, this is what was happening before then, huh? Sucks to suck. What impossible thing will you believe in today? Good question. Good question. What impossible thing do you believe in today? You know, that we can actually get ourselves to write things and that. We'll actually be able to art our way out of poverty. Or at least out of, homelessness. Again, sorry for being too real. We just, if there's still a person listening, could you say something in the chat, please? We just, I don't know, we feel like we're rambling on nothing. Which isn't bad, mind you. Just, we don't know. We don't know. Just, screaming into the void. It would be wild for the void to answer back. Let's look up this card. Because the card always scares us when we flip through the book. Crying out. A banshee is a fairy of Celtic folklore. It was known for wailing loudly into the night to warn of imminent death. Sources state that if someone heard the scream, their loved one would soon pass. Some believed that each family had its own banshee who would foretell of grief ahead. Screams have been described as shrill and terrifying, as one can imagine a sign of death would be. When this card is drawn, you might be entering a period of grief. It could be because someone close to you has passed or their relationship or career has been cut short. When things are painful, seek counseling from a professional or open up to people you trust. Talk about what you're going through. And if words don't suffice, go ahead and scream or cry. Sometimes we just need to let it out. Makes sense. And sorry for venting. Just we don't know. No viewers. Yep, figures. Figures, figures, figures. This is the longest stream of our life, and it's so ridiculously short. Only half an hour long if you discount all the points of point blank silence. Gods. Alright, let's see what card we get this time. Deck wants us to go discard from the middle of the deck, I guess. Restoration. Restoration. What does it say in the book? There it is. The Hui Jing, Chinese folklore, are fox spirits whose shape-shifting powers grow stronger as they age. The resonances in Japan and Korea as the Kitsune and Kumiho, respectively, the Huijing most often take the form of young women who lure men to death using powers of seduction. In order to stay immortal, the Holjing feed on human life. Older Holjing could shapeshift into men and women, old and young. When this card is drawn, be aware of where and to whom you devote your energy. There are things in life that might appear attractive or even sexy, but they may not be the best option for you. If you're feeling drained or depleted, don't ignore it. Consider what is making you feel that way, and take a step back if you need to. Lean on old comforts and people you know you can trust for restoration. We think it's telling us to stop streaming. We don't know if we should want to or should. Probably should. We don't know if we want to. We like streaming. We genuinely like it. And we'll get another stream tomorrow, we guess. This one with Legend doing more Awful Hospital. He's probably making the thumbnail for it as we speak. Well, in any case, thank you for tuning in to our Midnight Teacher presentation. But don't fret, while this midnight presentation may be over, remember, as always, midnight somewhere. Thank you, and, uh, and good night. That was a bell. Let's just all accept that was a bell.